Hello film dudes and dudettes, it's Nick here joining you for my next production diary. I told you I had more to ramble on, didn't I? Today has been another day at work, so nothing too spectacular there, but I did manage to speak to the Brisbane City Council again, who just had a few more sort of requirements and things to add for us to get our location permits. But they're going ahead pretty smoothly so far, which is good. The only kind of major hiccup is the fact that we need to close a road out for us to film, put a sign, a road sign on the road that I mentioned last time that will read infection-free zone and be quite a big production value piece to help us sell the idea that the city has been overrun, a few months prior. That's something that is outside our budget at this stage. We have to get our creative caps on just to see what kind of alternatives we can think of, because I think it is an important shot, and it's just one shot, so I'm not going to spend too much time on worrying about it just at this minute. But it would sell the world, so if we don't film it on our weekend in April, it might be something we look to film later on, if we need to film any pickup shots as well. So that's always an option, of course. Not ideal because it then pushes back your post-production, but I've allowed for plenty of time in post-production to obviously make sure we're getting the best short film for you guys. The other thing I've been doing is, as part of our warehouse location, our climatic scene, ideally I wanted this to be chock full of shelving, and again, that's hard to source if it's not already in a location, and the warehouse location that we're actually in is a stunt school, so it's not rigged as an industrial warehouse, so we need to add a few layers in to sell that, to sell the believability of where the characters are. That's probably a bit more of a challenge, because we certainly won't have the budget to get 50 sets of shelving and dress the entire warehouse. So what I've done today is I've tried to be a little bit creative, and if we can get a few bits and pieces of or a few shelves, then we can potentially use visual effects to help us replicate the look of adding shelving into the distance. So I've just been actually playing around with a bit of a shot, so I'll just show you guys now. Alright, so thanks to my good colleague Danny at the Social Advisor for standing in as my over-the-shoulder shot. So as you can see, this is the first shot handheld in a little gym area at work. So I've then just filmed a static backplate and essentially just added this kind of pop-up sign to replicate our shelving, just to see how easy, how believable and essentially repeatable this little trick is, and so that's a great way to maintain a bit of movement, to sell that believability rather than having a locked static shot, which is always a telltale sign for visual effects. You can see that actually we maintain, by tracking that static, the moving shot rather, we get to maintain a sense of movement. It's not perfect. I literally just spent an hour on it, having a quick play. I can finesse that a lot more, but that's pretty cool, I think. What do you guys reckon? We'll see it one more time. Do 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 do. Sound effect. So there you go, two little bits that I've been working on. I've got one more day and then we've got Good Friday, so plenty to do on Good Friday, and yeah, we've secured a first AD, which is fantastic, so I'll be meeting them on Friday to really discuss the next steps to help me pull this thing together. But every day, even though there's so much to do, I'm getting more and more excited. Yay! Cheers guys!